was eventually guided to this place.
Swift death.
Feudal Japan becomes a chessboard of shadows and calculated precision in shadow tactics blades of the Shogun. A disciplined team of specialists infiltrates heavily guarded strongholds, each operative bringing unique abilities that reward creative combination. Missions demand meticulous planning and split-second execution as enemy patrols shift unpredictably. Multiple approaches and optional objectives invite replay with different strategies. Detailed environments and a restrained traditional score reinforce its atmospheric tension. A masterfully constructed stealth title built on intelligence and timing. New Super Lucky's Tale is a colorful 3D platformer full of heart, humor, and lighthearted adventure. The level design feels thoughtful, mixing puzzle solving, exploration, and classic platforming with a smooth difficulty curve. Lucky is an endearing character, and the upbeat tone never overstays its welcome. The game's art style and soundtrack add warmth to the journey, making it an enjoyable escape. It's an easy pick for those who appreciate relaxed, feel-good games with a nostalgic touch. Owlboy is an adventure that feels both thoughtful and engaging. The world is rich with detail, each area inviting careful exploration. Characters are memorable, and their interactions add depth to the story. The platforming and flight mechanics feel intuitive, making movement satisfying without being frustrating. Puzzles challenge without overwhelming, and the progression feels steady and rewarding. Music and visuals create a sense of wonder that complements the gameplay, keeping the journey enjoyable from beginning to end. Ancient discipline and hard-hitting combat define 9 Monkeys of Shaolin, a side-scrolling action game built on rhythm and precision. A humble fisherman turned warrior fights through war-torn lands, mastering traditional staff techniques to confront ruthless enemies. Combat feels deliberate and weighty, rewarding timing, spacing, and controlled aggression. Skill upgrades, weapon styles, and varied encounters keep each stage engaging. Painterly visuals and a dramatic score enrich the atmosphere, while demanding boss fights reward patience and practiced execution. Golf Story combines the exhilarating sport of golf with a gripping story that develops across 8 different courses. Follow the journey of a golfer who must give up everything for his ultimate goal. However, the world of golf is far from easy. To outperform current players, one must succeed both on the course and in social relations. Enjoy the freedom to tee off from any location. Discover the unexpected answers that may be accomplished by hitting a golf. Immerse yourself in 8 distinctive environments, each with its own set of courses, challenges, characters, and hidden riches. UnderMine is an addictive roguelite adventure that keeps players returning for more. The combination of exploration, combat, and treasure hunting is consistently engaging. Each run reveals new secrets, upgrades, and characters, making progression feel rewarding. The handcrafted dungeons are varied and challenging, encouraging clever strategies and quick thinking. With a satisfying loop of risk and reward, countless hours can be spent navigating its depths, uncovering treasures, and improving abilities while facing increasingly tough foes. Darius is a popular arcade side-scrolling shoot-'em-up game. It has aquatic-themed stages, robotic fish bosses, and hypnotic music. Darius Cozmic Collection Arcade delivers 4 titles from the Darius Arcade series, each with unique characteristics. Multi-monitor support, simulated in-seat speakers, rapid save and load display features, settings, gadgets, and training mode are among the features. Scaling, smoothing, adding scanlines, modifying difficulty levels, and selecting specialized practice zones allow players to personalize their game experience. Dusty space lanes and outlaw ambition define the tone of Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Juno Markev pilots a modest starfighter through a frontier shaped by smugglers, mercenaries, and corporate interests. Dogfights demand steady aim and smart power management rather than reckless pursuit. Trading, side contracts, and ship upgrades expand tactical options, encouraging personalized builds. Hidden missions reward exploration beyond the main storyline. Country-infused radio tracks and detailed cockpits reinforce its rough-edged charm. A confident spacefaring adventure with enduring appeal. Blade of Darkness delivers a satisfying blend of old-school hack-and-slash action and dark fantasy atmosphere. The combat feels weighty and deliberate, rewarding patience and skill, while the gritty visuals and haunting soundtrack create an immersive experience. Each character class offers a unique playstyle, encouraging replayability. Level design is tight, with plenty of secrets and intense enemy encounters. It's a love letter to classic action RPGs, yet it still feels fresh and relevant. Fans of brutal, strategic combat will find a lot to love here.
Quest. But who will get there first?
Moonglow Bay is a charming and heartfelt experience that blends cozy fishing mechanics with a touching story about healing and community. The voxel art style is surprisingly expressive, and the soundtrack perfectly captures the town's tranquil vibe. Cooking and selling meals adds a satisfying layer of progression, while meeting quirky townsfolk keeps things fresh. It's a slow-paced game, but that's part of its magic, inviting you to relax, explore, and rebuild at your own rhythm. Perfect for those who love narrative-driven games with a warm, wholesome spirit. Tribes of Midgard shines with its dynamic co-op gameplay, vibrant Norse-inspired world, and a thrilling day-night cycle that keeps players on their toes. Teamwork is key as players build, battle, and defend against waves of giants and creatures. The progression system adds satisfying depth, while seasonal events inject fresh variety. It's engaging, fast-paced, and rewards smart strategy and quick coordination. A great pick for those who enjoy survival action with a strong emphasis on teamwork and mythology-driven adventure. Super Daryl Deluxe is a weird, fantastic combination of RPG gameplay and high school humor wrapped in charming hand-drawn visuals. The combat is chaotic in the greatest manner possible, allowing you to combine absurd powers for insane conflicts. The writing is snappy, full of dry humor and ridiculous events that make perfect sense in this strange universe. Exploration is rewarding, with treasures hidden around every corner. It's a humorous, eccentric journey that's difficult to put down once you're hooked. Laika Age Through Blood is a hauntingly beautiful blend of motorbike action and somber storytelling. The hand-drawn visuals are breathtaking, and the unique mix of platforming with physics-based writing feels incredibly fluid. Combat is surprisingly tactical, with the slow-motion gunplay adding satisfying tension. What truly sets it apart is its emotional depth. Laika's journey is raw, poetic, and unforgettable. Every challenge feels meaningful, and every success earned. It's a soulful ride through a wasteland that lingers in your mind long after. CRYPT Custodian is a clever and fun action-adventure with sharp humor and creative world design. The combat is snappy, the controls feel responsive, and each area is packed with secrets worth exploring. The ghostly janitor premise sets it apart with personality, and the art direction gives the environments a unique flavor. It balances combat and exploration nicely, with smart upgrades that encourage backtracking. A solid choice for those looking for something both weird and rewarding without taking itself too seriously. Athenian Rhapsody is a wild, hilarious journey packed with absurd humor, strange characters, and unpredictable choices. Its retro pixel art and creative combat system mix comedy with strategic chaos in the best way. Every playthrough feels unique thanks to the game's focus on player decisions and branching paths. With clever writing and a tone that refuses to take itself seriously, it's hard not to laugh or be caught off guard. Easily one of the funniest and most original RPGs in recent memory.
You can keep creatures in your party to fight alongside you.
Ninth Dawn 3 is a massive open-world dungeon crawler packed with loot, enemies, and secrets. The retro visuals give it an old-school RPG vibe, while the combat and skill system add depth. Tons of weapons, pets, and crafting keep things interesting for hours. It's easy to get lost in the world with so much to explore and conquer. There's a real sense of progression, and the soundtrack suits the adventure well. A great choice for those looking for a deep, content-rich game with a nostalgic feel.
Here has just the thing. First, purchase.
Savant Ascent Remix is a stylish action platformer that thrives on rhythm and momentum. The mix of intense combat and electronic soundtrack creates a rush that feels both energetic and rewarding. Each ascent challenges reflexes while encouraging quick adaptation, making every run exciting to push further. The visuals carry a striking futuristic vibe, pairing perfectly with the music-driven flow of battles. It's a game that encourages mastery through repetition, turning short sessions into highly addictive bursts of fun without losing its unique edge. Cosmic horror twists into procedurally generated nightmare fuel. An acolyte ventures through eldritch landscapes where grotesque creatures writhe unpredictably with each encounter. Combat flows chaotically, demanding quick adaptation as no two monstrosities behave identically. Unlocking new classes and magical abilities between runs reshapes tactical options over time. Dark, painterly visuals drip with dread, while an unsettling ambient score deepens the creeping insanity. Roguelite structure ensures endless replayability across shifting terrain.
He is gone.
Death Howl frames its world with quiet menace, blending gothic tones with measured tension. The player guides a lone hunter shaped by resolve rather than rage, moving through cursed lands where every choice matters. Combat feels deliberate, tight timing and awareness while keeping momentum steady. Beneath the surface, layered progression, build paths, and optional routes invite thoughtful mastery. Moody art direction and restrained music support the atmosphere without distraction. By the end, Death Howl stands as a focused journey worth finishing and satisfying. Tender and quietly vast, this sequel feels like a painting come alive. Planet of Lana II follows a young girl and her creature companion across alien terrain overtaken by machines. Stealth, puzzles, and platforming connect at a patient pace that rewards observation and timing. Expanded abilities and secret paths encourage deeper exploration across carefully designed chapters. Lush painted visuals and a stirring orchestral score carry quiet emotional resonance. A beautifully realized continuation that builds upon its predecessor with patience and purpose.
Gaia needs something new, and they
The
got...
Last Hero of Nostalgaia is a satirical action-adventure game set in a pixelated atmosphere. Players take on the role of a hideous pixelated hero, fighting mindless townsfolk and a sardonic narrator. The game has a hard yet equitable fighting system, complete character customization, distinctive battle gear, and a rich mythology. It has a twisted and wicked story, online co-op capabilities, and a variety of armor and weapons with distinct backstory and qualities. The game is situated in a dark and cruel environment, with every round bringing players closer to death.
The Last Hero of Nostalgaia.
Lila's Sky Arc is a surreal and heartfelt adventure that draws players into a world where emotion and art collide. Its striking pixel style and atmospheric soundtrack create a dreamlike tone that feels both melancholic and uplifting. Combat is inventive, using odd weapons and alchemy to take on strange foes, while exploration rewards patience and curiosity. Every area feels personal and layered with hidden meaning. It's the kind of game that speaks softly yet lingers powerfully in memory long after the journey concludes. WINDSWEPT creates a mellow, upbeat flow that makes its platforming feel inviting from the moment the journey begins. Stages introduce gentle twists that keep attention steady without overwhelming the player, giving the game a soothing pace perfect for short breaks or longer stretches. The art style adds personality through simple but expressive details, while the soundtrack keeps everything mellow and bright. The whole adventure moves with an easy rhythm that makes it a pleasant, warm-hearted pick for anyone who enjoys relaxed action. Elemental forces shape a world teetering on collapse. Elementallis follows a guilt-driven adventurer through ancient temples and varied landscapes in search of restoration. Combat rewards creative combinations and precise timing, with each new element unlocking fresh tactical options against tougher foes. Distinct biomes hide secrets, upgrades, and useful detours that make exploration consistently rewarding. Temple design balances puzzle solving with combat pressure, while steady progression keeps curiosity alive. Crisp pixel art and an evocative score sustain a classic mood with gentle charm. Bite the Bullet transforms classic run-and-gun gameplay into a strange, delicious twist of mayhem and strategy. Devouring enemies to power up creates an addictive rhythm that keeps every battle fresh. The mix of gunfire, humor, and pixel art builds a world that feels wild and inventive. Each weapon and upgrade path encourages creative playstyles, while the soundtrack pumps up the intensity. It's a chaotic, satisfying shooter that rewards curiosity and appetite in equal measure, turning every fight into a flavorful challenge worth savoring. Chasm the Rift carries the pulse of late 90s second shooters into a darker, stranger age. Set across warped dimensions, a lone operative pushes forward with focus and resolve, reading rooms as carefully as targets. Combat feels weighty and deliberate, rewarding patience, movement, and smart spacing over reflex alone. Beneath the surface, branching routes, evolving tools, and hidden encounters encourage return visits. Moody lighting and a driven soundtrack sharpen tension without excess. It stands as a confident, complete journey worth mastering over time now. Rainbow Skies is a strategic RPG with a brilliant isometric design that immerses players in a colorful world full with hazardous dungeons and exhilarating turn-based combat. The game includes 3 youthful heroes, a dynamic universe filled with amazing allies and deadly opponents, strategic turn-based combat, breeding and nursing a broad range of monsters, and the ability to improve characters, weapons, equipment, and fighting skills. Players may also discover hidden riches and acquire priceless relics, as well as play mini-games like an engaging turn-based fishing experience. Friendly rivalry takes the handlebars in Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, a lively party racer built around shared course creation. A cast of playful animals rides through tracks that change as players place ramps, traps, and obstacles between rounds. Cycling feels quick and responsive, rewarding clean landings, sharp timing, and clever use of each new hazard. Multiplayer, bike customization, and evolving layouts keep rematches fresh. Bright art and crisp audio complete a refined contest where creativity matters as much as pace. A rhythmic pulse guides travelers' Refrain, an atmospheric adventure that treats music as a living force. A wandering bard crosses a mysterious world where puzzles and encounters respond to timing, melody, and careful listening. Movement and interaction flow with steady, song-like grace, rewarding patience, rhythm, and a sharp ear for harmonic cues. Hidden melodies and optional lore reward close exploration. Lush painterly art and a sophisticated score support a polished tone, while inventive trials test composure and timing with memorable elegance. Gothic mystery and tactical defense converge in Maid of Salvation, a focused action title where protection becomes the central test. A devoted guardian serves as the final line between a sacred maiden and the darkness closing in around her. Play stays tense and deliberate, rewarding careful positioning, ability use, and calm prioritization under pressure. Progression paths, equipment upgrades, and hidden lore reward persistence. Striking hand-drawn art and a somber score reinforce the mood, while boss encounters test nerve, timing, and strategy.